Yo, today I want to talk about content creation, and I did make this video, which is kind of arguing with the whole point of this video, but I did remake this video because I really want to talk about this. Usually if my recording gets fucked, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna record, But it's fine. Okay, we already got the retention down. Okay, let's go. So, because I don't do hooks and shit like that. Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. So I want to talk about the fact that content creation is funny, and I don't mean that it's funny in the sense of when you watch a funny video and you laugh your ass off, although some videos are funny. I mean that motherfuckers are slaves to the content they make. What do I mean by that? So, for example, most of them start YouTube, because it's in the name, YouTube, So it's about you. You start about, I don't know, let's say, I like to tell funny stories of my life, right? And then you do that shit. You get some subs, you get a following, whatever. But then you start talking about bullshit. Start talking about news. You start talking about things that you really don't care about, but your videos get views now, and your story videos or whatever you used to do doesn't get views anymore. And now you're forced to just do these hateful ass videos that really serve no purpose. Who am I talking about? Obviously, critical with this, most critical. That motherfucker, I don't really like that motherfucker, but bro really does that shit. He really just talks about bullshit ass things, and he said it himself. He doesn't want to do that shit, but it gets views, so he does it. Now he got like 38 million from just YouTube alone, so he probably got like 100 million if we're being honest. And yeah, so he's just a greedy ass bitch, just spreading negativity, Like, we don't have enough of that on platforms like fucking Twitter. Now, I don't know why you would use Twitter, to be honest. It's such a negative ass platform. I got Twitter too, but I mostly just post my thoughts, and I also reply to people, because in the beginning kind of have to do that to build some sort of audience. But yeah, if you want to follow, I think it's in the description. Shameless plug, I know, but yeah, it's just but Twitter as a whole is a fucking shit ass shit. But let's get back to the topic. So content creators are performing, everybody's performing for your click. They're not performing anymore in the sense of they're not making videos so that they're like, let me bring value, or let me just be authentic and post myself, because this is what YouTube is about. It's YouTube, and if people like you, they're gonna sub to it. If they're not, they're not. But they resort to like baiting people into subbing or clicking on their video. And I don't just mean clickbait, I think, to me, clickbait is funny. I don't know. I personally like to clickbait. I might clickbait on this channel. I don't know. Okay. because I like making thumbnails like that, and I wish I had an actual arc of creating thumbnails for people, but I barely made any thumbnails for people. I think I made like 20 or something, which is really nothing. But yeah. So what was I saying? I'm a little slow right now because, like I said, I kind of talked about this topic, and when I talk about one topic, it's like I kind of burn out of it. But you know, because that's another thing. Like people would just record again, talk about the same shit again, and not even care. You know, to me, I'm kind of just talking about the same thing because number one, I think it applies. I think it's a good video to have on my channel because I don't know, it explains some things, and I think it's a good video to have right now. I'll say in a bit why, because my last video, I think it was a Drake reaction, and I want to talk about that a little bit. Oh shit! Now I'm self-aware. The problem with making videos, for me at least, is that when I'm self-aware and I'm like making videos, I'm self-aware that I'm talking. So it's like, cause I just walk around. That's how I'm able to think. But when I'm aware that I think, it's like, damn, what the fuck? But yeah, so I wanted to make this script, this video. I don't have a script or anything like that. So I'm really just freeballing it. And I want to talk about this topic again because, again, I think it's pretty important. But usually I wouldn't. Like, I talked about the topic a couple of days ago. My recording was fucked. And I said, fuck it. I'm not going to post it. And I'm probably not going to talk about that topic again if it ever comes up. But the thing is, people, it's not about them anymore or the value they provide. It's about the customer, aka the viewer, aka you, and how much value they think they're getting. Okay, not getting, they think they're getting, or how much entertainment they're getting, or you know, entertainment. I used to hate on that shit. Now it's like, man, you know, as long as it doesn't interfere with your main life, I think it's fine. Like I kind of did a 360, and I like YouTubers and streamers, or yeah, YouTubers and streamers that do like, you know, that don't try take themselves too serious. You kind of know it's flop. I like them more now than I like the self-improvement, masturbation, what's that? Self-master. That's not how Tyler Durden said it, but something like that. You know, self-improvement, masturbation, something like that. I know. Yeah, self-improvement. You think you're getting something, and you're really not. And more, whatever. I talked about this. I think, I mean, 2 videos ago, whatever, the YouTube video. The you shouldn't watch YouTube videos while you eat video, I think, because today I wanted to talk about just the idea that it's not about the YouTuber no more. It's about, okay, how can we make them think that they're actually getting value? And what do I mean by that? For example, you watch a philosophy video, right? And you might think, oh, I'm getting so much value. He's talking about Nietzsche and whatever, and the 10 principles he, you know. But the thing is, when you get a 10-minute video like that, when you watch a 10-minute video like that, you really barely get anything out of it because, number one, you usually mostly kind of know what the advice is because it's basic advice that has been repackaged with another philosopher's name, and like these philosophers are popular, bro. Where you've heard this shit before, okay, for the most part, and that's why a 10-minute video won't do shit, because it's the same thing as reading a book summary. If just getting the point across was that how you actually learn things and how you know what I'm saying, then, well, everybody would just read summaries all day. Everybody would just get smart and rich with ChatGPT. They would be like, yo, summarize me 100 books. You can read 100 books in like 10 minutes, if you just ask for the summaries. But there's a reason that doesn't work. It's because you cannot actually learn from just a sentence like that. Like, you need to put it in context. You need to, for example, Robert Greene's books, he talks about, I just gave him as an example. His books are actually pretty good for self-improvement, unlike most. But he gives history examples or whatever, things that happened, things that, because what if he would just, for example, the Laws of Power, what if he just made 48 pages and it was just the title, because you kind of get what the law is from just the title, or maybe a small description under. You could, it's like, no, that doesn't work. You don't get shit from that because you need to put things in context. The same thing why a 10-minute video about the top 10 philosophy things you should do or whatever doesn't work. That's the reason why I don't script my videos. Because no human talks like a script. Or some do, okay? Some, for example, no. Not even like podcast motherfuckers really talk like a script. Like, nobody talks about the top 5 things. Okay, they might come back to the topic, but they don't just list them out, no pauses, no nothing. And what happens when someone gets information from a script that no human can really produce, because it's artificial, because you wrote it out, you deleted some lines, you put in some lines back, you know what I'm saying? Shit, maybe you even ask ChatGPT to do it for you. I don't know, people do that nowadays, but I doubt really any of them are really that popular, to be honest. Well, actually, some philosophy YouTubers do that. Like, I can tell, like, they use basically the same exact fucking structure. I don't know. When you see AI a lot, you can tell. I know, you can tell easily from motherfuckers on Twitter. They do that shit all the time. But yeah, so a script, to me, I guess it's fine to do a script. I used to do scripts too. On my channel, I used to edit my videos. I used to script my videos. And I used to even go back to like other people's videos about the same topic, get information from their video. So in reality, I didn't know my topic well enough, because nowadays I barely know what I should talk about. Usually I kind of just fuck around till I think of a topic. But I used to like have the topic ready, then I used to watch a bunch of videos about that topic. I used to go to Natural Hypertrophy's channel, because I had like a bodybuilding channel. One of them was, actually 2 of them. And I would watch his videos and his oldest videos, because they had less views. So they people couldn't really tell that I was copying someone else, because the videos really had like 500 views. So it's not like a lot of people are gonna know that I'm copying, but I was kind of copying word for word, bar for bar, what he was saying, the same as language and everything like that. And I was really hiding behind all of these things. I was hiding my real knowledge and my real authenticity behind all these edits, behind all these scripts and poses. And I was reading the script, 2 lines, and I get a pose, and I'm fucking it up, because when you read the script, you fuck it up a lot, And I had to go back, re-edit. That's one of the reasons why I don't do scripts no more right now. But it's also the fact that it's just fabricated, Like, I don't doubt. Like, some would be like, yo, I'm just going around in circles. That's kind of like what people do, okay? Like I said, if I just told you a summary of everything, you wouldn't get shit. You would think you'd get shit, but in reality, you wouldn't get shit because, well, you just wouldn't. You'd forget about it 10 seconds later. Whereas when you watch however long a video of mine is, 30, an hour, minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, shit, even longer, I don't know. I hope you get something from it. And if it's not the exact topic, I talk about a lot of random things, so you might get something that's not exactly from the topic. That could be a completely different thing. You didn't even watch this for that reason. But now I gave you an interesting idea to try. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a cool fruit you might want to start eating because it helps you shit, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do that. I go around in circles, but that's normal. That's normal for me. That's normal for people. Because I don't even have a conclusion myself when I record these videos. I'm just like, I think I talked about everything I wanted, and then I close it. But when you have a script, you have everything written out. Okay, this is what I'm going to talk about next. This is what I'm going to talk about next. For the most part, these are not even your ideas. And even if they are your ideas, just because of the fact you sat down and wrote a script and you remade it, and, it's not actually how you think. Because how you think is, with mistakes, with whatever. But scripts could be fine because they help. Some people need scripts. Some people can just talk freely. And I'm low-key like that too, but, I find a way. I just walk around and, I don't know, my ideas flow better. If I had to sit down in front of my desk with a webcam or whatever that I don't have, it might be harder for me because I would be like, yo, I'm seeing myself, I'd get nervous, I might do that at some point. But for now, I'll stick to this because I just can't think if I sit down, to be honest. Or at least I can't think like this about things and, shit. Plus, I get my steps in too, so it's a win-win. But, yeah, people are slaves to their customers. And like I said, they want you to think you're getting value. They want you to think that these top 10 exercises for your biceps are going to help you. In reality, no, because you don't need 10 bicep exercises. I got like 3 right now. And my biceps are huge, So it's really, you should really, like, people should focus more on, quality. Like, oh, let me dissect and go through nuances and everything. Like, how could you make a 10-minute video about 10 different topics? It's like impossible for me. I gotta, You know, I gotta explain things and I gotta dissect them, even if they don't need dissecting. You know, because I think it's interesting. Like I can't even make a 10-minute video about one topic, okay? But that's besides the point. Also, what they also do is they keep the same exact content for years. For example, Cypher PK, okay? Fortnite YouTuber. I'm not gonna feel ashamed to say that sometimes I watch Fortnite content. You know, I think it's probably my favorite game. Fuck it, I was never a Minecraft guy or a GTA. You know, I like Fortnite, bro. You know what I'm saying? How old was I when season 4 came out? Like season 4, chapter 1. I don't even know, bro. I was like, what, 11, 12, something like that? Like, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to calculate, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know if it was like 2018 or 2019. Yeah, in that ballpark though. So it was really like a fun time for me, you know, Fortnite. So yeah, I don't care. Fortnite, I enjoy that shit a lot. You know, my favorite shit. I'd be lying if I said that Minecraft was my. No, maybe Clash of Clans was pretty good. I don't know. I got Terraria too. Shit, I don't know, but let's just say, you know, I come back to Fortnite the most. Is the only one that gets updates, and every like couple months, I'm like, yo, what's up? What's up with this game? You know what I'm saying? And go ahead, look at Cypher PK or whatever, and I see that this motherfucker still does the same shit. I mean, you know, he's forced. He's really forced because there's no way you can make the same shit you used to make when you were what? How old was he when Fortnite first started? Like 19? I don't know, 20? And now he's like pushing 30 or he's 30 and he's still doing the same exact shit. Getting excited about little fucking Fortnite skins or whatever. You know? And I just see that there's no way. Like, he changed as a person probably. So there's no way he would do the same shit, you know? Granted, he's maybe not acting exactly the same, but still. You know? Like, I think a cool thing about this channel is that most likely I don't talk about the same topic twice. Or if I do, I genuinely want to talk about it and I forgot that I talked about it. Number two, I'm gonna look back, you know, and I'm gonna see like, yo, how was I thinking 5 years ago or whatever? Like what I talk about now won't be the same shit I talk about 5 years from now, you know, because this channel is really a journal for me. Like you can either watch it or you cannot, you know. But I think I know quite a lot of things about a lot of things, and yeah, and probably the value is just going to keep going up because I'm going to keep improving myself, and my videos therefore would get better too. So, but yeah, it's like, you know, I'm going to change how I talk, going to change what I talk about, you know. I'm free in a way because I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, whatever the fuck I feel like talking about that day in particular. I might not even want to talk about that shit a day from that day, but if I talk it about that day, you get what I'm saying. Okay, one last example I want to talk about is reactions. So people that are reacting, you know, I think all of us know they're fake as shit. Kind of easy. It's not like prank YouTubers where they're dumb obvious. By the way, I was so sad when I found out that the prank YouTubers were fake. I used to watch them as a kid so much, and I was like, damn, is she really fake? Damn. That shit really shattered my heart. But the reaction channels are kind of fake too. They're very fake, actually. Most of them. Even the people that don't react that hard. Because, so we all know that Dub, like that boy's reactions are fake as hell, Like, come on. You're not crying to every song, my boy. It's kind of obvious. I hope most people know that his reactions are fake. Like, yeah. But for example, when I was doing this Drake reaction, I was doing it. It came out on Friday. Today is Monday morning. I haven't even eaten or nothing. I'm just freeballing, recording this shit. I don't know how long I've been recording for, and I hope that my shit is not fucking broken again. But that's besides the point. I recorded this reaction to Drake's album. I was genuinely interested. I've never recorded a reaction video. I was genuinely interested. And what I found out was that I kind of forced myself to say things. I was, listening to a song, and I was like, yo, it's been 15 seconds. I haven't said a single word. I'm going to go ahead and say, like, damn, whatever. Even if I'm not really feeling it that hard. And I want to say this. Yeah, that reaction was a bit fake. I genuinely liked the songs that I said I liked. I genuinely had that reaction to the Molly song because I was excited to hear Molly, and the overall song is good. Like, even if without Molly, Drake and Future did their thing on that song. I think it's the best song of the album. But yeah, for the most part, I was like, damn, I haven't said a thing. How you know how people are when you, and it's also because I didn't have a face cam, so it's like the reaction without a face cam is like, it's kind of hard to really make it obvious that you really like that song. But now a lot of the songs were just genuinely bad, so that's why I didn't go have a real reaction. Sometimes I would even skip them. I think that's even faker, to be honest, to just listen through a whole 5-minute song you don't like just because you need to have the full reaction. No, I'm gonna skip it, Fuck it, I'm gonna miss some bars. I miss bars anyways. I don't care about bars. So I was not really reacting for real, because I had to say some shit, because otherwise I'm like, yo, and this video is just gonna be like a screen recording of a Drake album, because I was literally not, I didn't know what to say. I was like, this is kind of mid. Sometimes I would genuinely be like, but you kind of have to exaggerate. Like, if you barely like a song, you gotta say that it's decent. If you think a song is decent, you gotta say it's good. If you think a song is good, you gotta say it's amazing. If you think it's amazing, you gotta go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about that shit. And most people who react, I feel like, are like that, dude. Like I said, double. Okay. But even normal people, I'd say like double is not a normal person. But no, I feel like a lot of reactors have to exaggerate their emotions. Like, yeah, they might like the song a little bit, but therefore they have to go extra crazy, to really show that they like that song. And I don't fuck with that shit. I'm not a reaction channel. Okay, I just reacted to because I was like, yo, let me react to it. I waited the whole day to react to it. What the fuck is my cat doing, bro? My cat really hates other cats. She meowing and shit. So I waited the whole day for that shit because I wanted to react to it. I didn't know how any of it would sound. I didn't know how to make a reaction video, but I was like, fuck it. And yeah, it came out. I'm gonna post it still. I haven't posted it yet because I'm kind of trying to record the videos in bulk, then post them one by one so that I have kind of a back catalog. I don't know, just a little strategy I have so that I don't run out of content and suddenly I have to record whenever I don't want to because my whole channel is kind of record when I want to about what I want to. Have freedom, I guess. Because that's what you should have. These people are posting videos they don't even want to make. The whole point was to not have a job from this shit, not to do something you hate just because it gets more views. I don't know. At the same time, I kind of get it. I was never in the position of, this video got me 1 million views and this got me 10K, But still, I think a better way to do this would be like take sponsors and shit, But like there are other ways to make money from YouTube than AdSense, But that's for another topic again. I think that's a pretty interesting topic. I don't know. I think I talked about this in another video. Not about the topic itself, but again, about how I don't like horses. And well, maybe that might have been the deleted video. Whatever. Yeah, reactions are fake as fuck. Like, now I cannot watch another reaction myself anymore. I'm like, damn, this shit really is fake. And it really, I had a childhood fucking watching I'm Dante react to shit, and now you cannot act that crazy to every song, But I'm Dante, he probably, like I said, I think most of them exaggerate their reactions, but when they say they like a song, they actually like it. They might not like it in the sense of they jump, around the house and shit. Like, how the fuck are you gonna have that reaction to every song? That makes no sense. I've had that kind of reaction to like 3 songs. Every single song I listen to, and I listen to a lot of shit. Like every genre, bunch of fucking artists. And I only had that reaction to 3 songs, and they were all rap. But so one song it was No Stylist, the song when No Stylist actually dropped, because it dropped like a surprise album, and I was like, I was at the party, and I was like randomly just scrolling through my phone, and I went on Twitter, I think, and motherfuckers were saying, "Yo, this new Lone album's crazy," or something like that, and I was like, "Huh, new Lone?" And then I checked Spotify, or I don't think I even checked Spotify. I'm not sure, but I don't think it was on Spotify. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was a long time ago, 4 years now. Not that long, but I don't remember the exact way I listened to it. But I know I went straight to the No Stylish song because I knew the snippet. And I was going crazy in the back of the party, like, what the fuck is this? I was telling my homie, like, yo, there's no way. And he was like, man, who the fuck is that? Later on, that ended up being one of the biggest songs of the year. Damn, I wish I could really invest in rapper stocks like that. I'd be fucking rich by now. But yeah, that's again kind of another topic. Might talk about that shit. Another song was Big Tonka from Eat with Uzi. It leaked, and I was like, yo, this shit is so crazy. And I was jumping on my chair, and I was losing my breath because Uzi's words got like two different kind of not really a beat switch, but like kind of a, I don't know, you think he's done, and then he pops out again. And he goes even harder, and it's like, what the fuck? So that's two. I said three, but to be honest, I forgot what I had in number three. Oh, I think it was Baby Pluto. You know, I just, first I'm hearing it, didn't want to take. Again, I was like, what the fuck? I can't believe I'm hearing this shit. I think that one was, yeah. So those were the reactions that I was genuinely like, what the fuck? But usually you're not going that crazy to a song, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Everybody's kind of trying to perform. Everybody's trying to, you know, and that's, yeah, you're competing with MrBeast, which is arguably the most performative ass fucking channel. None of that shit is, I'm going full goatee style on this, but none of that shit is natural or anything close to. That shit is like the most fabricated ass video. Like every second is clearly thought out, you know. And people do that too with hooks and shit. They're like, I'm gonna get the best hook so that, man, fuck that shit, you know. It's not really like, that's not really you. It's not really you when you stay up fucking 30 minutes, an hour, trying to create the perfect hook for your video. Like, what the fuck? That's literally, you know, it's in the name. It's a hook. Why are you trying to, you know, I'm not trying to, okay, I'm not trying to be like a savior. I'm not saying that I'm, you know, a fucking, you know, a pure spirit, and that I, you know, I'm only doing this shit for, no, I might monetize my audience. I'm not gonna, I probably will, most likely. But like I said, or yeah, I might talk about that shit in another video, but it won't be a course or fucking, I don't know, you know, it's not gonna be something that can be just purchased or for free, like fucking course about how to get bigger biceps. Like, what the fuck is that? Genuinely, you can watch that shit on YouTube, or yeah. But I'm not gonna talk about things like that. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I'm not trying to be a savior. I'm probably gonna monetize this shit, you know. And I might go back on my word. Like I said, I'm probably gonna change around. So I might become a fool. I might become MrBeast myself. You know what I'm saying? MrBeast didn't start out being MrBeast. You know, he had pretty genuine videos too. But he became, you know, this fucking, I don't even think he's a human anymore. I think he's a fucking, he got replaced by AI, to be honest. But how fabricated his videos are. So yeah. But nah, content creation is funny. And this is when I like say the title of the video, and it's it's like invincible, or like you know, oh, he said it, you know. It's when you watch a show and they finally say the title of the show or the episode, and oh, I finally said it. Yeah. I said it. Okay, so content creation is funny, you know. It's everybody's trying to beg for the click of the viewer, and they don't even want the viewer to get any value, or they don't even enjoy themselves making the video. So literally everybody loses. But hey, I can get my bread up. So I guess it's fucking worth it. Even though we're both miserable from this fucking video. Okay? This is what's funny to me. And the fact that, it's just a competition. Everybody's begging for fucking clicks and views and likes and comments, and I don't know. It's just funny. Just funny. Okay, I'm gonna end this video. I'm getting hungry. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Probably not. I usually remember like 15 minutes later. I'm like, damn, I should have talked about that too. Or, when I watch it back, or if I watch it back, to be honest, I'm probably not gonna watch all my videos back. But yeah, because like I said, I don't want to really edit anything out. Maybe if I say some really crazy shit, but I don't know, like some, yeah, I don't know, some shit that may get you canceled or some shit that YouTube doesn't like. Cause I think it's a word I said in one video that YouTube doesn't like, or I don't know. Actually, I've seen titles with that word, so maybe you can. But I've seen other YouTubers like censor it. The R word. But yeah, I'll have to see about that. But yeah, so I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about today. Probably not, but well, hopefully I recorded this. I'm just gonna see in a couple of seconds if I did. But yeah, stay safe and bye. Oh, that sounded fucking gay. Okay, yeah, just stay safe. That's gonna be my outro for now.